The end of 2022 is upon us and the start of 2023 is just around the corner. So have you stopped to think about what 2023 looks like for you yet? If you haven't, or if you have, stick with me and I'll share with you some simple strategies to make sure that you can get those 2023 goals set up for success. Hi, I'm Michael Sgarbossa. Every week I bring simple tips and strategies to busy people to help build wealth for you and your family. So I started this community, Save, Invest and Grow Your Money, because personal finance is something I've had a keen interest in for over 20 years. So I've had a lot of learning in that space. I've learned some things the hard way, unfortunately, but I have worked out what are the best simple strategies for busy people to build wealth for their families. How do I know that? Well, I'm a busy person myself. I'm not a financial planner. I actually have a career in railway construction engineering, and I've had that career for well over 20 years. So, and I continue to do that career today. So I am a busy person. I know what it's like for you people out there who are busy as hell, but you still want to get ahead with your finances. Anyway, back to the topic that I'm talking about today. And I'm here, you can see you probably don't notice this, but I'm in my lovely hotel apartment. I'm away on a week's holiday with my family. So it's just been great to get away for the week. My little son, Ethan, he just finished grade 1 for the first time this year. So away for a bit of a week-long celebration. Well, not quite a week, but a celebration just to end the year on a high. And it's been great to get away with the family, unwind, relax with them, and really reflect on the year that we've had and start to think about 2023. Especially that 2023 isn't here yet. So if you are having a breakaway before Christmas this year, I encourage you to maybe take a bit of time out during that breakaway with your partner and think about the year you've just had and what 2023 looks like for you. Or even if you haven't, maybe take a bit of time, just after Christmas before the new year kicks in and have that same conversation. Now is the best time to set yourself up for 2023 before it starts. We don't want to roll into 2023 and have a couple of half-baked New Year's resolutions that we haven't really thought about, and by the time we get to the end of January next year, they're already beyond us, and we have no belief that we're going to actually achieve what we set out we're going to achieve. So what we need to do is sit down beforehand, before the year starts, get yourself onto the year started on a good footing, and really think about those goals and what you want to achieve. And it could be in any areas of life. It could be around your health, it could be around time with your family, could be around your wealth, could be around the income that you currently earn. There's a whole number of things there that you can build goals around to set yourself up for 2023. But there is a good way to do it, and this is what I like to do when I sit down and think about my goals for, any goal that I set up. So first and foremost, you've probably heard this before, you've got to set a SMART goal. So what does SMART stand for? Specific, measurable, accountable. A lot of people like to say attainable, but I like accountable, right? Because what's the point of having a goal if you're not going to actually be accountable for someone else to make sure you achieve that goal? The goal's got to be realistic. You've got to really believe that you can achieve it. Otherwise, you're just going to give up way too easily. And T is for time. So you got to put a date on things, because after all, a goal without a date on it is just a dream, right? Because you haven't actually put the marker, the line in the sand and go, hey, I'm going to get this done by this point in time. So when you're thinking about a goal, you've got to think about those 5 things. SMART, measurable, how do you know that you've made it? Accountable, be accountable for your goal. Make sure it's realistic so you actually believe you can get there, and you've got to put a date on it. Absolutely. Now, when you think about all of that, that's a great thing to do. Think about your goals in that realm, but there's also a way to write down these goals to make sure that you get on the right footing as well. So there's a couple of things here, a couple of tricks, I guess mind hacks you could call it, that I've learned along the way, and I really want to share this with you as well, because I've got great success in being able to set up my goals in this manner and visualize them in this way. So there's 3 key things to writing down a goal that you're going to stick to and get results from. So the first one is it's the way you say it. So you've got to sit down and say it like in present tense that it's already happened. So it's like, it is the date. So let's use an example here. Say you want to buy your first investment property. Okay, big step. get yourself on the path to wealth building for your family. Maybe that's on the path to financial freedom. Who knows what it is for you? So let's think about you're going to buy your first investment property. And let's think about when you want to buy that buy. And yes, you got to do a few things, get a few things in place to make sure that you can achieve that. Or maybe now you're not even sure if you can, but let's set a goal to put some start taking some steps forward to make sure that you can achieve that goal. Okay, you can always put a date on things. If it's not working out, you can revise the date. We don't want to change the date, but sometimes things don't always work out as you plan. So let's use that example. Let's buy a first investment property. So we can say it is, let's say you're going to buy it by the 30th of June 2023. So we'll say it is the 30th of June 2023. I now have purchased my first investment property, and you might want to think about what sort of property that you want to buy. If it's a new property, an older property, one in your area, maybe there's some research you need to do about what type of property you want to buy, which could be part of the next step in the video. But let's just think about that. So get really specific that you want to buy a investment property. It will be, you want to buy yourself your first investment property. It's going to be a house and land in a suburb with a beautiful young family that's going to move into there, and that's going to be at least a cost neutral investment, meaning the expenses are covered by the income from that investment. And let's just call that a minimum cost neutral investment, because you don't want to put it out there that you just want a cost neutral investment. You might want one that's cash flow positive as well. So absolutely a great thing to do. So it is 30th of June 2023. I have bought this beautiful 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home for a young family in the suburbs. It might be Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, wherever you want to choose, Perth maybe, let's say a capital city in Australia. And that place is a minimum of cash neutral, so it's not costing me a fortune out of my own pocket to hold that property. So you don't probably have to add that last bit in, but anyway. So the third part to writing down this goal, so you've got to have the date. We've got the date in there. You've got some specifics around what that is. You've got to put some emotion into it, because after all, why do we have goals and why do we want to achieve goals? Because they make us feel good, okay? We really get rewarded from achieving goals. So we've got to lock some emotion up with it. And this is the key thing with setting goals, is locking in that emotion. So it could be, it is now the 30th of June, 2023. I have this beautiful 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom investment property in the suburbs in Brisbane. We've got a young family that's moved in, paying the rent, and the property is at minimum cash flow neutral. And how do I feel about this? Well, I feel fantastic. I feel an immense sense of self-pride. I feel that I'm empowered and that I'm taking into my own hands and taking responsibility for my family's financial future. Now, there's some emotion with a goal. Now, you can imagine how much different that feels and how much more connected you would be to that goal than just saying, at some point this year, I think I might like to buy an investment property. Completely different. Now, you go and write all that down, take it a step further, read it every day, post it in the notes in your phone, stick it on the back of your bedroom door, on your bathroom mirror, wherever, and look at that goal every day and connect to it with that feeling. I can guarantee you that you're going to make a lot more steps towards that goal than just waking up on 1st of January 2023 and going, geez, I wouldn't mind buying an investment property this year. Yeah, it just doesn't quite cut it, does it? So the other part of this as well is now you've set your goal and you've been smart about it in regards to writing that down and getting some emotion into it. You've actually got to set some action steps, okay? So set a plan. And I would recommend by starting with just writing down 3 key things, just the first 3 things that come to your head that's going to help you get down the path of buying that investment property. Now, it might be that, how the hell am I going to get my deposit? You probably don't know. Do you know where you can buy that property from? How to get a mortgage? Just write down 3 simple things, right? And the simplest of those things, try and make it so it's something that you can do in the next 24 hours. Even now is always a great time to get something done. But 3 simple things, something that you're going to do in the next 24 hours, because it's really important to start taking that first step. The first step is always the hardest. So if you can just, of those 3 elements, one of them's a simple step, take that step, and you're on your journey, okay? So you keep then taking the next step, keep adding to those 3 things, and you'll get to the point where you have, using the example, you've actually bought your first investment property. And you'll probably find that you've done it by the date you set it as well. So anyway, that's my tips, my simple tips to effective goal setting to make sure you're getting the best you can out of 2023. Linking in with that simple example of buying your first investment property, you can also go to my website, michaelsgarbossa.com. The links are in the description to this video. And on there, you can actually get my free PDF, which is a simple guide to how I went from having no savings, 0 savings, to buying my first investment property. So there's the bones of a really simple plan in there for you to get started. So maybe that could be action number 1 of your 3 key actions that you're going to take. Okay, well, I hope you had great value there. I'm going to go and get back to my family holiday, go and jump in the pool with the kids. Be down the beach all morning, up at Mooloolaba on the Queensland Sunshine Coast, if you're wondering. Absolutely stunning place. I love it up here. Anyway, hope you've had great value. Go get that free PDF, and I'll talk to you next week. See you later. Bye for now.